cut the circles into the equal parts. Here in the figure we can say it is cut into the 10 different parts. Here we need to remember one thing, that the more parts we are creating, the more accurate shape we are getting. We can cut these circles in 8 parts or 16 parts or 28 parts, any number of parts you want, but the more parts we create, the more accurate and smooth curves we get. We will discuss later in more further in this problem how to get the ellipse. So we need to divide this part for let's see in this example it's 10 parts. So give the number 1 2 3 4 5 clockwise up to 10, and then get the perpendicular line from those points, the vertical lines, the lines perpendicular to the minor axis, parallel to the minor axis and perpendicular to the major axis. So first step is to divide the circles, and second step we have to create the straight lines, and then divide the inner circle in the same way and join the lines along the to the division of the larger circle, and we get all these lines, and from that part, from inner parts like 1 to 10, draw a parallel line to the major axis. Let's say 1 to 1, from 2, from 3 is a point itself, from 4 to get the intersection point of the line which we got earlier from the division line. So on the screen you can see the green points are the intersection points which we get by this intersection of these two horizontal and vertical lines. So by joining all these green points we get ellipse shape. We can draw again these shapes by use of French curve, or we can get this shape by freehand sketch. So that is our problem 1. Next, on the second problem, that is parabola. The next problem, next curve is parabola. Parabola is defined as the locus of points whose distances are fixed from a point which is called focus, as we have seen focus, and the fixed line which is called directrix are always equal. So the parabola is a curve which is fixed distance. We can see on this figure, we can see parabola is a curve. So our second one is parabola, which is a constant distance from a focus, and the vertical line is directrix. So by definition, parabola are the locus of the points which is equal distance from the focus, the distance between focus and the distance between a directrix to that point. So that is parabola. On our next ellipse construction, second problem, similar like the concentric circles, in ellipse construction we have parallelogram. So as we have seen parallelogram in geometric construction, which is a geometry by 4 edges parallel to each other. So two sides are parallel to each other, which is called parallelogram, and this method is called oblong method. Let us see how to create ellipse in this parallelogram. So we have to take the first point, we have to divide this parallelogram in the middle point. So we get the middle points C and D, and our major axis A and B by the given dimensions. let's take half of this parallelogram divide into 6 equal parts. Again, you can take any number you want. The more number you take, the more accurate shape we will get. So in this problem we are dividing 6 parts. Divide the upper half into the 6 part and join O2 1 O2 as 1C, 2C, 3C, 4C. So by drawing this line we get the upper half horizontal lines, and from the opposite side, from D, let us join the half of this major axis. We have to divide the equal number of the part that we are taking on the vertical sides. So by dividing G and B into the 6 equal parts, now we have to join the other side D to respective numbers. Let's say D and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and point G. So by joining all these lines and extend these lines to get the intersection points to the lines which are drawn horizontally from the upper side. So by intersection we get these points, and by joining that point we are getting ellipse in the rectangular or say parallelogram. So we have to repeat these steps in the other side, so the below side, and we get the ellipse, other half of the ellipse. So let us move on. Another method by construction of ellipse, the main method, which is called focus directrix method. Ellipse, in this construction we need to understand one terminology which is called eccentricity. Eccentricity is the ratio of the distance between the point on the curve to the focus to the distance between the point on the curve to the directrix. So it is the ratio, eccentricity is the ratio of these distances, and we need to remember the eccentricity of ellipse, eccentricity of parabola and eccentricity of hyperbola in order to create these curves by directrix focus method. So first, ellipse, the eccentricity is less than 1. So it means that the distance between focus to points, any points on the ellipse, and if we divide that distance to the point to the any points on the directrix, it should be less than 1. If that distance is less than 1, it means eccentricity is less than 1, we get the shape ellipse. In parabola, as we seen in this definition, the parabola, the eccentricity is always 1, because the distance of any points on the parabola to the focus and divided by the distance of any points on that parabola to the directrix are the same, and it should be constant to get the parabola. And contrary to ellipse, on hyperbola we have the eccentricity more than 1. It means that any point on hyperbola is distance to the focus, and if we divide that distance to any points on the hyperbola and the distance from that to directrix, the ratio is always greater than 1. So that is the definition of hyperbola. We will see next on our slide. So here we can see AB is a directrix. Ellipse by directrix focus method. First we will see ellipse. So vertex and focus. So this is the eccentricity ratio. So let us say our focus is 5 segment to directrix. So we have to divide these segments 3 and 2 in order to get the vertex of ellipse. Vertex is the point on the axis. So here the ellipse will start, and on the other side we will have another vertex, and that point will be the second vertex of the ellipse. So this is the focus from the distance of the focus. So the ratio will be 2 by 3. 2 divided by 3 will be the eccentricity of the ellipse. Next on our parabola geometry, this will be the axis of symmetry. So by the method of directrix focus, we will get this kind of shape. So this is the focus, and vertex will be the points where the parabola will the apex will create the apex of the parabola. So this is the direct focus method to create the shape of parabola. We have 140 mm the major axis, and minor axis we have 100 mm given in our problem. So to create a parabola, we need to create the arc, the distance from focus, right, from D to F. We need to divide, we need to select the directrix, the vertex point, in such a way. Here it is shown as a D. We can write as V as a vertex point. So we have to select the point V in such a way that it will be, the distance will be the same. In our problem it is marked as a D, so ED should be is equal to DF. And by getting these points P1, P2, P3, P4, P5 will be the same points on the parabola. So the distance, so the eccentricity of this all points will be 1. Here also it is shown normal and tangent. We will learn how to create what are the normal, what is the tangent later in our problems. Another method is tangent method. So here is the horizontal AB is a major axis given us as a 140 mm, and minor axis is given as a 100 mm. So how to create parabola by tangent method? Let us learn. First we have to draw a major axis horizontal and give the name as A and B, and just get that point minor axis, just get the double of that axis, let's say 100 of the axis. So let's draw a line of 200 and give a name as E. So from that point, from point E, draw a vertical line which is our minor axis. So from that point draw a triangle, draw a line E to A and then E to B to get a triangle, and divide that sides of the triangle into 10 equal parts, or say 10 equal to parts, and give the name as E1, 2, 3 up to 9 on both the sides. So we are dividing these lines into equal parts. Now the next step is from A join the line 9, draw a line to get the point 9. Similarly from 1 to 1, similar, draw a line to join the points 2 and 2, 3 and 3, 4 and 4, 5 to 5, similarly up to 9 to 9. By joining this line we will get a set of intersect point which is looks like a tangent lines. So we get naturally a curve which is formed by this set of these lines, which looks a tangent lines. So by getting the intersects points here, as we can see, by joining this curve, we are getting parabola. Next on our point, the problem as we discussed in ellipse and parabola, we can create hyperbola as the directrix focus method. As we can see, here is our problem, focus and directrix method. In last we will see the animation of this curves, how to create these curves by directrix focus method. So as I discussed before, hyperbola is defined as the locus of moving point on a plane such that the ratio of the distance from focus to distance from directrix remains constant, and it should be more than 1. Hyperbola we can get by cutting two cones joining from the tip, and it looks the shape like that, and that has two focus because of two directrix, and this point will be vertex, so at axis of symmetry. Hyperbola has application in cooling tower. As we can see, the edges of cooling tower looks like hyperbola. Another application, Boyle's law graph is explained by drawing hyperbola. Overhead tank and the shape of cooling tower, as we seen before, are the application of hyperbola. Next on our list we have involute. An involute is a curve which is traced by a point. It unwinds from around a circle or polygon. The concentrated circle or polygon is as involute. So involute is basically a point. Imagine a string which is wounded on a circle. So it is a trace of a point of end tip of that string. If we wound or unwound that string around